How's it going? This is Chris Enriquez. We're hanging out here at PlayStation Theater. I'm here with Glenn Danzig. Thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure, man. Yes.
Absolutely. Congratulations on the new record, Skeletons. I know that it was a big deal for you to put out a covers record. I wanted to ask you, why was it so important for you? I know for a long time this is something you wanted to do, to put out a covers record.
Well, that's kind of. I was wanting to do a covers record forever, so for like decades or two. So I had to get it out of my system finally and just do it.
Yeah.
I found the time because I'm so busy. You get wrapped up in so many things, and time just slips by. So I just found the time to do it.
Part of, like, I guess, paying some tribute to, a lot of your influences.
Yeah, and sometimes it's a song I thought I could do a good job with, and I thought it was maybe an underrated song or artist that maybe people should be more aware of.
Right.
Things like that. Yeah.
You did a cover of Elvis's "Let Yourself Go." I know that he's obviously a huge influence on you. What about that particular song made you pick that?
What was a song a lot of people, if you say you're going to cover Elvis, that they wouldn't think you would cover.
Yeah.
But it was a song I thought was a good song, and that I thought I could do something even, cool with it that fit me also.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. Yeah.
No, it's an interesting pick,
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of like a bit of a rarity, I guess you could say,
Yeah, well, he did it in his comeback special, too, in a 68 comeback special.
Okay,
yeah. So, and it's cool. The lyrics are really cool. And it's one of those movie songs that, unfortunately some people discount a lot of the Elvis movies, but in some of those movies there's some great songs,
Yeah.
And so some of them are worth looking at again. And so that's what I did with that one. It's one of my favorites.
No, it's great. Absolutely. So you're on tour right now, and from what I understand, you actually picked all of the bands that you decided to take with
Yeah.
you. I wanted to ask you what made, each one of these bands special for you, and why you wanted to take them out on the road.
Well, when you start doing something like Blackest of the Black, you have a wish list of bands you'd like to have, and then it's who's available, who's not on another tour, that kind of thing comes
Sure.
into play too. And so we're lucky that Phil and Superjoint were available, and a lot of people may or may not know that Superjoint was on the very first two Blackest of the Black
Oh,
shows.
wow,
We
okay.
did Los Angeles, Universal Amphitheater, which is gone now, and the Mesa Amphitheater in Phoenix. And so it's great to have that again, and Phil's always been a big supporter, so
Yeah.
I'm very thankful. Witch Mountain, a guy in my office, Craig, he turned me on to them, and I was like, well, if we could get these guys, and they were like, we'd love to be on the bill,
course.
and so it's great. They're going over really good every night. Tommy Victor Prong, I mean, he's my guitar player, and Prong is a very underrated band,
I just want to stress that one of the most underrated bands ever. They're such an important New York City band, so it's great to see them here in their hometown.
Yeah, and I thought, because Tommy's also one of my favorite guitar players, I just thought, this is time to put Prong on here too. So, yeah, I'm really happy, and everyone seems to dig the bill. So,
Yeah.
it's almost over. We only have I think 7 or 8 more shows.
Oh, is that right? So
Yeah.
it's going through Halloween, I would imagine. I'm sure if you
Halloween's
guys.
the last show. On the 30th, Rob Zombie and I are doing a show in Vegas together, a co-headline. It's nice. And
That's
it'd be nice
amazing.
to see Rob again too. Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask if you had anything. I guess that would be your special plan for sort of end of tour Halloween celebration.
Yeah, so we'll do probably something really cool on Halloween together. And then, of course, Halloween night, Los Angeles.
Right,
Right. Microsoft Theater. It's going to be crazy.
Sick. So switching gears really quick, you were recently on an episode of Portlandia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which I can't wait to see. I don't think it's actually out in public yet, but so we won't ask you about the episode. But how did you get involved with that, and what was that like?
It actually goes back to Rob Zombie. I was at his birthday party, and I met Fred Armisen, who was a big fan, and he wanted to meet me, and I turned out, I'm a big Fred Armisen fan.
Yeah.
I told him a bunch of the characters that I like that he does. And then at the end of our little 3-week July tour that we did, I got an email when I came home, and it was from Fred Armisen, and he'd gotten my email from Rob, and
Right.
was asking if I would come up and do an episode of Portlandia. And I was like, well, can you send me a script? He's like, it shoots tomorrow. And I'm like, what? And he sent me the script, and it was a lot of dialogue to learn in a couple hours, because actually I got the script, and 2 or 3 hours later I was on a plane
Oh, I get
up to Portland. I still had to learn all 5 or 6 pages of dialogue, and I got up there, and everybody was really cool, and Fred and Carrie, the whole crew was just A lot of
Those guys
fun.
grew up on punk and
Yeah.
hardcore back in the
And
day.
you know what? And it was a lot of fun doing it, though. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny. I can't tell you about the episode yet, but
Right, right. Well, wait.
they posted a bunch of pictures on Facebook and stuff, and it's pretty funny.
I can't
yeah.
wait to see that. It's
I
going to be
haven't seen
amazing.
it, but I just doing the episode. It was pretty cool.
Cool. Well, before we end off the interview, I was going to ask you about other touring plans after this. Are you taking this to Europe, or what do you have post?
I think as far as touring again in America, I think I'm done after this.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to go out anymore. Like I've said before, I might do a couple local shows or a show here or there, like one-off shows, but I'm not going to tour anymore.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty much done with it. Maybe some festivals in Europe or, maybe a trip to Japan or whatever. But as far as actual touring in the States, I'm done.
You mean in general?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is our last chance, I guess. So.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, like I said, there'll be some one-off shows. I might do some very intimate legacy shows, like when we did the Thing in the Round in the Legacy show.
Yeah.
But it'll only be for like 200-300 people, and it won't be like a tour. It'll just be maybe a city here or there, and it won't be traveling around on a bus or anything like that. And similar with if I do the Danzig Sings Elvis stuff live, it'll be more a loungy kind of like intimate, setting where people can sit down and relax and just listen and enjoy it.
Kind of like the Danzig Legacy special, I guess you were referring to. Yeah. Well, this makes the tour that much more exciting, and we're really happy that we could be here and talk to you about it. So thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure, man.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
All right. Great to meet you.
Yeah.